Good evening. We're back with more Marvel Champions, and this evening will be a hero spotlight for Captain Marvel. This will be the second spotlight I've done of Captain Marvel during this series. The first one, the results were modest. This deck does better than the first leadership deck did. It is a all lightning bolt deck. Not all lightning bolt, of course, but almost every card that can be a lightning resource is, in order to allow her to charge up energy channel quickly and blitz down bosses. This deck is even capable of downing Ronan the Accuser on expert difficulty, though not with a very high win rate. With the exception of Nick Fury, every player card that, well, with the exception of Nick Fury and Piercing Strike, all of the non-hero specific cards are lightning bolts. And that's not a new idea. It's been done before. It's just new to the channel. I haven't spotlighted it before. So we're going to take a look at a few different scenarios. First one we'll look at is Taskmaster on Heroic 1 difficulty. Here we go. This is a good deck. It struggles against heroes that are tough to rush down, such as it struggles against scenarios that are tough to rush down, such as Venom Goblin, Magneto, and it can down Ronan. In my testing, I found that the win rate is probably 1 in 10 or less. Was able to get a victory against Ronan, but with too many mistakes to include it in this spotlight. So we're gonna get a Photonic Blast on Taskmaster here. He's a relatively modest HP hero, and we got an early energy channel, we got a Hulk, we got Nick Fury. So we're off to a pretty good start. Gotta go find a Hydra minion. I thought about just continuing to try Ronan until I could get a win on video, but that seemed to me a little bit dishonest because spotlighting Captain Marvel versus Ronan that way sort of implies that the win rate is higher than I think it is. It is possible to down him. It's not real likely because a lot of things have to go right. So I chose not to include it in this video, though I do believe the deck is capable of it. And it's a lot of fun to play, and it brings a lot of power to the table and scenarios pretty quickly. You could figure on 10 minutes or less for most scenarios if you're gonna win. And each of these scenarios I'm going to spotlight were defeated on the first try, so we can safely say that these are scenarios the deck is capable of winning rather handedly. Mostly on the back of using energy or lightning resources to charge up energy channel. So we're going to get out Sunfire here and discard one of those lightning resources to get rid of Taskmaster's shield. Pretty important use for Sunfire there, getting rid of that Retaliate. Pretty high likelihood with all the lightning resources that Hulk kills Sunfire here. But we still chose to use him. So we got him down to 2 health on stage 2. Should be 1 additional threat on hunting down heroes. There we go. Because of the captured by Hydra boost icon. So 2 encounter cards incoming, a scheme which is going to take the main scheme up to 10, and that's going to take it up to 11, pushing it pretty close there, pretty close to losing. But we got Spider-Woman with a Confuse, we'll thwart for a couple. So, flipping to Alter Ego, and getting out attack team. And so here I'm going to have to add 2 threat to the main scheme, and then I can choose to take a damage or take 1 additional threat, and obviously I'll take the damage because otherwise I would lose. So we remove the confuse, and then we got 3 encounter cards. That's a blank surge while we're in alter ego. That's insight 1, and that's going to be a loss. So we'll get set up again, and we'll try it again. And typically I'll throw away most events in the opening hand. For most heroes, I'm looking for allies, I'm looking for some critical support or upgrade cards, such as Alpha Flight Station. Or Energy Channel. So I'll get out Alpha Flight Station here. And we'll get out Hulk and probably Spider-Girl as well. Though I should attack with Hulk first, lest Hulk accidentally kill Spider-Girl, which is likely because I have so many lightning resources that is usually what I end up discarding when I attack with Hulk. So we're going to get rid of that Hydra Patrol. Bring in a Hydra Regular. And we'll deal 3 with Hulk, and then we take 1 for everyone. And now I can play Spider-Girl. And then we'll draw 5. And I think I forgot to do a boost card and take damage for it. There we go. You gotta do that when you flip from alter ego to hero. So there's an assault. It's going to be an attack. Probably just face tank that so we can get more value out of the Hulk. Photographic reflexes and a Hydra Soldier. Hulk can take care of the Hydra Soldier as long as he draws a lightning resource, which is likely. So we'll see. There it is. 1 damage to everybody. And we'll attack Taskmaster here, deal with the photographic memory, and take 2 damage. And we'll get out Spider-Woman. Probably flip to alter ego here. No, just going to put 2 resources on Energy Channel. Now I'm debating it. Yeah, there we go. Alter Ego. Draw a card with Captain Marvel's Alter Ego ability. Draw 2 with Alpha Flight Station. And then we'll go ahead and get out Thor. 1 resource on Energy Channel. And attack with Thor for 3 damage. There we go. There's a second energy channel, so we can actually start thinking about lethal damage here. Under fire, captured by Hydra, exhaustion. So now I can't heal to take the damage from flipping back to hero form. That hurts. Captured by Hydra number 2. And a Hydra regular. So can't really afford to stay in alter ego, so I'm probably going to have to risk flipping to hero form. Checking to see how much HP Taskmaster Stage 3 does. It's 17. He's a relatively low HP villain, which means Captain Marvel's going to be pretty good against him in general. But I did get a 0 boost icon card, so I don't take any damage. I can go ahead and deal 10 to Taskmaster. Or I could do the 8 using the allies, which is what I'm going to do. So all the heroes die. It's a good thing I got that 0 boost card for the Taskmaster ability, or I would have not been able to do this, but that is going to be a victory. And after the first loss, I'd say the second victory took about 6 minutes. Tends to be pretty quick if you're going to win with Captain Marvel. So we got a loss and a win in 10 minutes. Let's move on to the next scenario. It's going to be Drang on Heroic 1 difficulty. I've got a gauntlet of Heroic 1 villains that I run my heroes through for testing in order to get a good idea of how they compare to each other. It's Rhino, Absorbing Man, Crossbones, Green Goblin Mutagen formula, Taskmaster, and Drang. And if they do well against all of those on Heroic 1, then I move on and test against Ronin, Magneto, and or Venom Goblin on Expert difficulty. So here we go against Drang, another reasonably low HP villain. I'm actually going to make use of a attack team here since I don't have anything better to do. So first I'll attack with Bug, because if I attack with the hero I can heal 1 from Bug, which isn't going to matter. Still a good habit though, to note the little things and take advantage of them. So Drang is going to attack Bug. And we got 2 encounter cards, which will be Under Fire, Villain Schemes for 2, and then another charge on Badoon ship when he schemes, and then a Badoon Sentry and a Bombardment, which will clear with the Milano. Deal 2 with the attack team. So the villain actually can't be stunned or confused because he's got Drang's spear. So I rethink the Spider-Woman play. I'm just thinking through how I want to pay for this. Probably want to leave a lightning resource left over for energy channel. So we'll drop Drang down to 2 HP. Drop him into phase 3. That means he discards 4. Any minions discarded come into play. Nope, no minions discarded. That was lucky. So, now anytime he activates, he's going to add a charge. And his attack plus the Badoon ship drops us to 4 HP. And then should be 1 more from the Sentry, I think. Not sure if I forgot the Sentry or if I marked it off. I marked off a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I think I may have needed to defend against that attack in order to preserve the 1 HP. but that would not matter because I do have the damage. So if I'd had to defend with Captain Marvel in order to preserve the HP when the Badoon assassin attacked, I could have done so, and then I would have had the energy channel plus Thor plus the attack team to finish off the boss. So no problem. That is a 3-minute and 45-second game against Drang on Heroic 1. That's what Captain Marvel can do to the relatively low HP villains, even on high difficulty if you play the Lightning Resource deck. And with the Lightning Resource deck, Captain Marvel elevates herself to the best of the core box heroes, in my opinion. Even better than Iron Man, which came as a bit of a surprise to me. I didn't really think the Lightning Resource deck was that good before I tried it, but it is. It's legit. Let's move on to the next scenario. Take a look at Green Goblin Mutagen formula on Heroic 1 difficulty. Just breezing through these scenarios in relatively short amounts of time. Captain Marvel deck is very good for when you don't have a lot of time to play, but you'd still like to play. So, thinking about what I want to do here, potentially a Relentless Assault could be good. Yeah, we'll do that. Get overkill. Get a Photonic Blast, drop Green Goblin to 11 and draw a card. We could get out an attack team here. Deal 2, deal 2, so we drop Green Goblin down to 7. There's an energy channel, that's great. So the attack is going to come to the face, which means 1 threat on the main scheme. And we got 4 encounter cards to deal with. Goblin Thrall, Death from Above, that's going to drop us to pretty low HP. That's an attack for 6. Regenerative Healing plus 4 health. And Overrun. We'll use Hulk to take out the Thrall. Then it's a Lightning Resource, no surprise. Get out Energy Channel, probably flip to Alter Ego here. I'll take out Overrun, so we got to discard 2. No minions, that's good. That's good luck. And thinking about whether I want to go to Alter Ego. If I do, I could save Hulk. If I don't, then clearly Hulk has to take the attack. And I have to hope I don't get a second attack. One additional boost card brings a soldier in play, and the soldier's then going to attack for 1. So we're down to 1 HP. There's a Goblin Glider. And Intimidation for another boost card. Okay, well, charge up the energy channel. Use it to go into phase 3. It's going to be 3 encounter cards. Energy channel. And we'll put 3 resources on it. Deal 2 damage with the last attack team. We'll thwart for 2 and then we'll flip to Alter Ego and draw a card. Another Lightning Resource. We thwarted for 2 so that the initial threat wouldn't immediately push us into phase 2. The villain would have to scheme in order to do that. Didn't reveal the other boost card. Now I do. Okay, so we got Goblin Reinforcements, we got Pumpkin Bombs, we got Goblin Soldier, Master Plan, and Wicked Ambitions, which is going to be discard 6. Each time a minion is discarded, deal 3 or bring it into play. Obviously we can't take the damage. So there's one. Goblin Thrall, Overrun, Exhaustion, and Regenerative Healing. Not bad. Could be worse. Can I deal 18 damage and deal with this Thrall? Should draw a card first. Okay. So actually I should have saved Captain Marvel's helmet in order to pay for a Relentless Assault, because you need to pay for it using a strength resource. So I paid for things incorrectly here, I think. So I'm just counting out what I've actually got here in terms of damage. I can't use the energy to pay for the Relentless Assault. I need to use Captain Marvel's helmet. I don't think that's going to matter. I'm just counting to see if I have lethal damage or not. And I'm thinking I do not. And I'm probably going to have to stay an alter ego and use Spider-Woman to gain an extra turn there. If I Spider-Woman and thwart, I should be able to stay an alter ego. So we'll play the Alpha Flight Station. There's Nick Fury. I should still be in alter ego form, not hero form. And we'll just go Nick Fury. Deal 4 to the Goblin Thrall. And now I reconsider that and decide I'm going to draw 3. So, gonna get out Spider-Woman, get the Confuse. So it's going to be 3 threat, and then +2 for the Goblin Soldiers. Scheming, that'll put it at 10 threat. That's, well, that is very, very close to losing, but not losing, so it's fine. Then we got 3 encounter cards. That's a Blank Surge, Goblin Nation, and a Goblin Glider for one of the soldiers. And then Nick Fury will leave at the end of the round. Draw a card with Captain Marvel. And we'll use Alpha Flight Station. There's Nick Fury again. So we'll use the 1/1 here to deal 2 to the Thrall and then 2 to Green Goblin. So we never do end up using Relentless Assault. And we can just use Nick Fury or the Photonic Blast to finish off Stage 3. So that's going to do it for this Captain Marvel Hero Spotlight. She's going to end up in the S tier for me. We rank the heroes according to the amount of content that they can clear. We want our S plus heroes to be able to clear any scenario in the game on expert difficulty if players choose to buy them or build the deck. We want our S tier heroes to be able to clear a lot of content on expert or heroic 1 difficulty, a lot being a subjective term. In this case, at least running the gauntlet of 5 or 6 heroic 1 quests, and also capable of defeating at least one of the big 3 villains in terms of the difficulty: Magneto, Venom Goblin, or Ronin, even if it's not on a very high difficulty, and Captain Marvel is capable of doing that. So right now we have 2 S plus tier heroes, which are Star-Lord and Vision using the Bring It deck. Then we have 2 S tier heroes that are capable of clearing a lot of content, not all of it, but a lot of it, up to and including downing one of the big 3 villains, and that would be Ant-Man, and then behind Ant-Man, because I think Captain Marvel's capable of defeating one of the big 3, but with a slightly lower win rate than Ant-Man had on Magneto. Behind Ant-Man, Captain Marvel. And those are the heroes in the S tier. So we got 2 S plus, 2 S so far. And Nova as well. Nova in the S tier as a hero that's capable of clearing a lot of content, though Nova is going to rank a little bit behind Captain Marvel. So 2 S plus, 3 S, and then a variety of A tier or A and B tier heroes. Got about 10 or 11 of those. Very hard to find heroes for solo play that can clear a lot of content or most of the content on expert difficulty or heroic 1, and even harder to find heroes that can clear all of it on expert difficulty. Only 2 so far that I can wholeheartedly recommend for players who would like to be able to clear all content on expert. Would be Star-Lord and Bring It Vision. But Captain Marvel with the Lightning deck is a lot better than I thought she would be. A lot stronger than I expected when I started doing these hero spotlights. I did not think that Captain Marvel was going to end up being better than Iron Man, but I do think that is the case. I think that's the case, and she's an aggro hero for sure. Struggles against higher HP villains or villains that have some kind of defense against rushdown. But against villains who don't, she wins, and she wins quickly. So, thank you for watching.